the step-by-step process in development of data collection tools. And all of this is under monitoring and evaluation in community health programs. So first we have to know what is data collection tools, and this refers to the tools or devices used to gather data such as paper or questionnaires. So these tools that are being used, they may include checklists, interviews, observation, surveys. So let's go straight to the steps in development of data collection tools. We have 6 steps that are being used in the development of data collection tools. I'm going to name them, and then after that we're going to discuss. First we have identifying goals and performance. The second one is create investigative questions. The third one, you develop data collection plan. The fourth, you create data collection instruments. And then the fifth one, you collect data. The sixth, you analyze the data and identify the gaps. And lastly, you summarize the finding and you prioritize the actions to be taken. So under the first one, identify goals and performance, you will work with community and organizations so that you can know who is involved in reaching out those activities. The second, create investigative questions. You develop a series of questions, just like questionnaires or surveys for you when you're going to do the observation or you're going to collect the data. And then in the third, development of collection plan, you will use the step number 4, 5, and 6 for you to make it in number 4, which is analyze with support from trained measurements and evaluations specialists. These individuals should have the knowledge and the skills to help you pull representative samples from the general community health worker population. Those are the people who will be involved in these steps. And then the fourth, create data collection instrument. You will create and test the data collection instrument and plan for the use. And on the fifth, collect data. You will manage the implementation of your data collection plan. And the sixth one, you will analyze the data you have collected and identify any gap between what should be happening and what is happening. And finally, when you summarize and you do analysis for action to be taken, you will work with the community or organization representatives to renew the data collected and its analysis. You will identify needs, agree on prioritization of these needs, and plan action to address the needs of the community. And finally, I'm going to do a summary. We have talked about the steps in development of data collection tools. We have shared about the 6 steps, and that's the end of my video. So the question that we are going to discuss is the purpose for monitoring and evaluation system on an organization. One of the members, she had said about how to do the purpose of this monitoring and evaluation, and I'm going to continue from where she left on the purposes of monitoring and evaluation to an organization. So, monitoring and evaluation, it helps organizations to learn from their mistakes. An explanation on this is that monitoring and evaluation, it provides a detailed blueprint of everything that went right and everything that went wrong during the project. Another point is that monitoring and evaluation, it improves decision making. So monitoring and evaluation process, it provides an essential information needed to see that there is a big outcome or a big picture in it. Monitoring and evaluation helps organizations to stay organized. By doing this, developing monitoring and evaluation plans also requires organizations to decide on desired outcomes, how to measure success, and how to adapt as the project goes on. So those outcomes becomes a reality. Another point is that monitoring and evaluation, it helps organizations to replicate the past projects or programs. This is that organizations don't like to waste time on the projects or programs that go nowhere or fail to meet a certain standard. By this, the benefit of monitoring and evaluation that we have described above is that for resource management and informed decision making,
all results in information that answers organization to duplicate that what's working and let go to what's not working. And that's the end of my presentation for today. Let me just tell you about what we have learned. So first, she started with monitoring and evaluation are essential and to any project or program. Through this process, organization it collects data and analyzes it and determining it to a project program that has fulfilled its goals. And then we have discussed about the purposes that I have said, and that is all about my presentation. Is there any question for me? If there is no question, I'd like to say thank you for your time, and that's the end of our presentation.